Hello everybody and welcome to Fallout 76 Wastelands Update First Impressions video kinda thingy. In reality I have had this game for a very long time, but as it was transitioning to Steam, I thought I will give it another go. I am mostly interested in trying to figure out whether the start of the game is any worth playing anymore. More than anything else, whether major issues were fixed, whether lag was fixed, but we're gonna see. So this is just a video for you to get an idea about how first 3-4 hours would go in Fallout 76 if you decided to pick up Fallout 76. More than anything. I can't speak about it for its endgame, I can't speak about it for its late game or anything that involved. I'm just gonna give you a breakdown of what you would see if you picked it up and you played it for 3 or 4 hours. And this is a big warning, okay? My computer is not like rocket science level. A lot of YouTubers and Twitch streamers have a computer that's like really good. Mine's kinda medium, so if stuff starts chugging really badly, we'll have an idea about how badly things chug at like a medium level computer, okay? We're sitting on the Atom shop because yes, this game has a cash shop, and mostly because I was enjoying the music. Time to exit this and go to character creator. Back, thank you. And yes, I have had a level 70 character that's last played in 2018. That's how long I have had this game. Okay, this might be a good character creator for an MMO. I would say not so much for like character creator in general. It feels like you could actually do quite a lot with this, but it's fairly clunky, and the controls don't really feel like they're suited for PC playing. Mostly because you very awkwardly control things with S and W and things like that. I feel like if you wanted a better character creator, you could look at something like Skyrim or The Sims 3 or The Sims 4. I feel like all of that feels a bit less rigid when you're trying to do things. You can't do a lot of things with this one. It's not very comfortable. Let's just put it that way. What do we want to call ourselves? Not so chunky, why not? Yes. My character from time to time disappears on this. Take like a picture of my crotch. Yeah, let's take it like this. Why not? To sum up, we're nearly through the tutorial. We're heading outside. It feels kind of lonely in here, honestly. You just can't shake the feeling that there were never other people like you're supposed to be. Either the last one leaving, or maybe they're making people leave like one at a time or whatever, but you just can't shake the feeling that this vault only ever featured you. And when they like direct you to these kind of places to take an item, that really doesn't help because these places only fit like one item. Like, you couldn't have had that many more camping supplies. Maybe you could have had like one over here, like at the top, right? Maybe you could have placed like one over here. But it couldn't have been that many. You could maybe 3? So either you're the only one getting these items, or there were never other people here. Otherwise, at least in the tutorial, the atmosphere is very pleasant.
Some may call them jobs.
It's fairly well made as far as the tutorial is concerned, but I am more concerned about what I'm gonna find outside of it. I can't really praise this game on graphical fidelity, like it works. But you feel very aware that the leaves are just like 2D sheets at a time. It looks even worse at a distance. But I can't complain. Like, it's not so bad that you would call it junky or anything. It's just not the greatest possible. So they directed me at actual people. Oh my god, that's actual people! That's definitely new. To sum up, we have left the vault, and yes, Bethesda actually did overhaul the starting game, because currently I'm not having frame drops. So that is a welcome improvement. All the graphics are on medium. They don't look too great, but it's not too awful either. And we now have actual people at the starting game, meaning yes, their DLC overhauls the game as it is. And there's an actual player over here, level 29. No.
Whoa. Just a friend here, not a threat.
Do I have a fast way of switching between my gun and not my gun? That's the good question. I don't think that I do. This will be interesting because when I run out of bullets, I'm gonna resort to hitting them with my gun, I think. I know that 2 years has been like a long time ago, but I really don't remember this music and I am kinda enjoying it. There's a squirrel. You know, Red would tell me that they're aggressive, but they don't seem to be. Like, anything that I see in Red, I immediately think bad, but I think the game wants me to think, killable object. Okay, so this is like an instance where only you and your teammates can enter. And it's also a quest location.
Lady, I will paint the walls with you if you don't tell me where Crane's treasure is.
This is most definitely new.
I think
And the fact that there's people, like NPC people,
to get a drink.
What are you? Hey! Who the hell are you?
that is so amazing. I don't have luck or charisma, dude. What's going on in here?
None of your damn business.
What's going on? Exactly the introduction to the wayward I would have hoped for. Well, sorry about that, darling. First round's on me. Name's
So-
Duchess. There's something I could do for you.
One thing that we have now established it as that new Fallout NPCs, Fallout 76 particularly, they cannot face you if you come in from a direction that they don't expect, such as their side instead of in front of the bar. It's not like this is walled off or anything. It's not like I jumped over the counter to get here, I just approached her from the side. But now I'm cursed to talking to her side, but it's okay, it's gonna work like this. I'm looking for Overseer of Vault 76, have you seen her?
Overseer, huh? So you must be the one. Just thinking we could take a different tact.
Come on over and die!
Second.
Oh, now you actually tried looking at me. And now you have walked off.
Okay, I think I'll just...
And I can't see you at all because I'm looking at the wrong angle.
Picture ain't exactly my forte. Huh, not half bad. So what I've chicken scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom.
Oh no. Oh! You can go through the door, okay. Oh hey! I just fisted to death an enemy that's like 9 levels above me. So far from what I saw, levels are bloody meaningless. I literally just got stuck on a rock. That's not very good. Am I incapable of going that way? Is that it? Is there a wall there? Kinda feels like there's a wall there. Let's stop giving ourselves radiation poisoning. So we're, what? An hour and a half in. Berta decided to do a runaround, trying to find a nice location to plop her camp. She's stalling the main quest a tiny bit. And we have found that rivers have magical walls that may prevent you from traveling further. I've consumed a lot of rataways, and the game haven't exploded just yet, which is good news. That's most definitely 100% an improvement from when the game was exploding on me, which would have been 2 years ago. This is like a town. It most definitely looks like one.
This is what death look like up close.
Okay, hitting a super mutant with your fists might not be the greatest idea. Level doesn't seem to do much, honestly. Okay, and interestingly enough, there goes my audio. Let's see if that was my whole audio or just the game. Meaning we can probably fix this by what, restarting it? Okay, well I can fast travel back to my camp, so that's nice. Can fast travel to Silva Homestead. Okay, so all the blue locations is something I can fast travel to, so it seems not bad. Okay, I can afford one cap to fast travel. I don't know how many caps I have, but I can afford one. So far, we have started this game and then spent an insane amount of time finding an okay location to build a house. And the house building interface could be better. I mean, it works. It works, but it could be better. And I don't actually know how to blueprint my house, so I don't even know if the house would exist. I would honestly want to kill the gang leader, but I don't know how good I am at killing stuff. Actually, I feel like this is a good time to check if their store has anything like pay to win. Sorta. I mean, there's repair kits, there's scrap kits, so you can buy materials. Otherwise, that's icons and emotes. Icons and emotes ain't gonna be pay to win. Neither is like posing or hairstyles. Don't care that they're selling that. F all here, by the way. That just looks like furniture. Once again, don't care that much that they're selling that. This is paint and paint sets. None of this is like actual usable items. It seems that that's just paints. So that's I wonder what the starter bundle has. Okay. Well, so far check the fridge. I don't want to go back all the way to the camp right now. But, you mean... that would be in here, right? Well, I will take my personal terminal. And a free punch ball, I mean, why not? I don't even see a fridge in here. I know that at some point they had pay-to-win fridge that... yeah, that stopped things from decaying. Yeah, stock supplies for citizens in need with the responder stash box. That's all it says. So I don't actually know if it does something special or not. Like, it's unclear. But hey, I claimed the free punch bowl, so there's that.
Sounds like those things have regrouped. How about we make them regret it?
I hope I still have bullet.
Come on, darling. Let's make sure these things never bother the Wayward again.
Whoa!
Fierce, so flammable.
Okay, Polly's head erases everything. Can I just use Polly's head as a weapon permanently, please? No! I missed. Well, sorry for that video to being as long as it is. I just wanted to fit as many things as I could, so I suppose I gotta talk fast right now. That last little bit was the last quest that I did. I kind of wanted to involve it because, like, it was cool. Shooting with a robot head into a bunch of enemies that just eradicates them immediately is cool. Okay? Okay. Now to sum up my impressions on Fallout 76. They're surprisingly a lot better than I expected. So let me do this in a bit like a mini sort of review that I normally do. The positives. Fallout 76 is a lot less buggy and laggy than I remember it being. It might still be taxing my system more than it should be at the level of graphics that it is, but unlike the first time when I played, I did not see any massive drops in frame rate, no enemy was teleporting to my location, nobody was attacking me from underneath the map. The only bug that I had was my sound driver bugging out 3 times in 3 hours, and I honestly don't know if that's the game's fault or it's my sound driver's fault, as I had to troubleshoot this exact same issue on a different game before. I have gotten reports from a friend that he has seen some frozen enemies and teleporting dogs, so take this point as me speaking from my play experience only. Wastelanders has overhauled the whole game. If you're a new person, you won't have to go through the old quests before starting the new Wastelanders quests. Immediately as soon as you're out of the tutorial vault, you're directed towards 2 functioning NPCs to direct you further down this quest line. The world feels a lot more alive than it did previously, and it's now closer to what you would expect out of a Fallout title. I have not located anything pay to win inside the store, at least not something that I could notice immediately. I suppose you could buy scraps to build more items, or a private server in order to play just with the people that you choose to play with, but items such as fridge that increases how long your items last seems to be gone. I might have just missed said things, so either Fallout 76 has a little to none pay-to-win items, or it hides them much better than most other MMOs. I honestly love the music and sound design in this game. Soundtrack feels fitting and it really helps the world to come alive. Neutrals. There doesn't seem to be a lot of players on a single server. I think I counted about 20 in total on the one that the game has placed me on, and there were 8 or 9 player houses scattered in the world. I don't know the cap on how many players can be in one world at once, but it must be quite low. In fact, it makes the whole multiplayer point of the game feel a bit pointless. You're doing single player questing, and from time to time you have a chance of running into someone. That's it. It's good for introverts like me, but it's to a point that it makes you ask, why couldn't this just have been a single player game with co-op instead? I did not seem to require to pack up my house before logging off, and I kind of remember that being a thing when the game first started. So I don't know, did they change that and my house is just allowed to exist for forever without me requiring to put it down again? Or if I have gotten lucky and logged into the exact same server multiple times in a row. Negatives. UI felt clunky and hard to use, almost as if it was not meant for the PC but rather for a console. One example would be the building UI. A and D keys scroll through categories, W and S keys scroll down the list items, and sideways arrow keys scroll through the type of item. So for example, if I wanted a rectangular wall, I would need to select the category wall and tap the S key until I arrive at it. Then if I wanted the wall to have a door frame, I would require to tap the arrow keys until I found the wall with the door frame in it. That just seems a lot more convoluted than other games. I also might be stupid or something, but I'm having a hard time knowing some things, like for example, how many bullets I have in a gun. The graphics could have been a lot better. It's especially clear when looking at trees that look overly two-dimensional. Like, it's not just like the leaves part of it, it's the whole branch. The whole branch is just like one two-dimensional paper thing and another branch looking in another direction. It's kind of off-putting. We cannot forget the awful mismanagement from Bethesda in the past 2 years. Anything from customer support emails from one customer going directly to another customer, exposing all of their private information, to people getting banned for reporting bugs. It is hard to have faith in the team behind the game with everything that has happened. I always felt like I was lacking vital resources such as Timpaks or Rataways. It's not really pay to win mechanic because I can't exactly buy them on a shop, but it feels like I needed to be extra careful managing my resources. Overall, if Fallout 76 have launched today in this state, I would think that it would have been a lot more likely that it would have been rated as an alright game. As it is, I don't think that it's worth a £35 price tag. However, if you can get it on sale for let's say £10-15 or have gotten a free key off Bethesda for the Steam client, I would suggest giving it another go. While you're risking being disappointed again, you might actually enjoy it this time because weirdly enough, I came in thinking that I'm gonna really hate it, but I didn't. It was quite an enjoyable experience, honestly. The game has a pull to it. I wouldn't say that it's an amazing game. I would give it 6 out of 10. There's some jankiness involved, some bugginess involved, but it's not nowhere near as bad as it was. And that's the really intriguing thing. And that's where I'm gonna end this first impressions video. I can't really speak about endgame. I can't tell you how many hours you're gonna get out of this game. This was just how I felt playing through it for 4 hours. So thank you for watching. I hope to produce more videos like this more often, and I hope I get to see you in my other stuff. Subscribe if you like me, and thanks.